We just heard this gospel. A much longer form, but we just heard this same story with Jesus. Now, why repeat it? Why would we have a different account of the same story within a few days of when we just heard the last one? Well, I don't know why, but I know the benefit. And I'll explain. Now, I'm so grateful to have my priest brothers and brother here with me today. Now, if an incident happened, all of us were to write about it or talk about it, we would all share about it in probably a different way. My brother would probably just give the facts of what happened. Father Eric Banneker, he might be a little philosophical about what happened, but he would share the story. Father Josh would probably get into a little bit of analytical, probably try to understand. Father John Huda, well, all the books of the world would probably not be able to contain what he would have to write about the situation. All of us, Deacon Andrew, he would be probably matter of fact too. So the story would be there, but all of us writing for maybe a different group of people or coming from a different understanding would write differently about it, but we would all probably get pretty much the same story. And that's what happened with the gospel writers. As a matter of fact, it's kind of amazing that after hearing about or witnessing this, the gospel writers came up with a story that was pretty similar. Think about what happens today in our news. We even have the benefit of video cameras. And yet, accounts of one incident that we see could vary widely. If you read a newspaper story in one source versus a newspaper story in another, you would think that I even witnessed the same incident. Brothers and sisters, we can trust what was written. It's amazing how much the accounts of Jesus' life do not differ, but actually are extremely similar. Yes, more detail, less detail. But even more proof that what happened with Jesus was real is that today on this altar, we will represent and be brought to that moment at the Last Supper and his death and passion, death, and resurrection. The same events that happened 2,000 years ago. And so we are reliving the incidents that we read about, and nothing has changed. We can count on what we read and what we hear as being true because we relive it today. And thanks be to God for that. Praise be Jesus Christ, King of the universe, now and forever.